Hey, it's Michael. It's my 49th video. It's already 6 a.m., which is crazy because there's a lot of things. There was a lot of things that I have to do tonight. Um, I actually have lots of homework assignments to finish today, and also, you know, about our project. I am. We got the point where we're gonna narrow 9 ideas, no, seven ideas into one ideas. So wait, I had to look up, like, literally, you know, anything related to the our business ideas. So there's gonna be that was so much work in it, and I actually haven't finished it. That's kind of crazy. Even though I spent 3 hours or so on the project, you know, to look up what I have to look up, what I had to look up. But anyway, today, because I'm gonna have the presentation without seeing any script, without watching any script, I'm gonna have 4 minutes presentation without seeing any script tomorrow, and I didn't remember the content of it yet, so I really want to use this video as an opportunity to practice the presentation of it. Anyway, and so let me use this video for the presentation. Okay. Hi, it's Michael. I'm gonna talk about soccer culture. 1, 2, 3. Wait. The presentation itself is around 4 minutes, so I'm gonna do 2 times in this video. Hey, it's Michael. I'm gonna talk about the soccer culture. A soccer culture that helped me, no, which helped to shape me into the supportive and patient person. I know it's kind of weird to describe myself, supportive and patient person, but anyway, when you hear the word soccer, what kind of players do you think of in your mind? Is it kind of cool players with lots of scores, and egos like Messi, Neymar, Ronaldo? If so, I can say you guys only know the very very tiny tip of soccer right now. Sorry, I'm joking. But what I want to really say here is that what I really want to know you guys here is that there are very very supportive people out there working so hard to support those players with egos, or strikers, by taking the ball from the enemy and pass the ball to them. They are defenders, and it's me. And speaking of me playing soccer, I started playing soccer when I was in kindergarten, and I did play for and I play it until I graduated from high school. So it's about 15 years I played soccer as a defender, and I think learning to be patient, to be supporting patient person works all pays also pays you guys a lot. You know, because you guys are university student right now, and also gonna be most of you guys are gonna work in company, right? And both of which has a group project built in, and where you know being patient and being supporting person is necessary. Anyway, let me first talk about how I learned to be supportive person. Like I said, I played soccer for a long time as a defender, and in the soccer match as a defender, I have to take the ball from the enemy, but not to not to for me to gravitation or you know to shine in the game, but for the striker to shine in the game by getting a good score and gaining popularity, which is kind of very supportive, right? And also, actually, when I was in high school soccer team, was in charge of I was in charge of defense leader, and as a defense leader, I had to take defender other defender players during the game, and telling them what to do in the game. So I have to support during the game. Yeah, and let me talk about the next part. In the game, which very should be supportive because I have to care about them while I'm playing soccer by myself. And the second thing is that how I learned to be patient. Like I said, I played as a defender for a long time, and as a defender in a soccer match, of course, because I have to take the ball from the enemy, I have a lot of chances in the game to tackle or to be tackled by the enemy. And so I got injured a lot. Actually, I broke my, bone 4 times in a row. Yeah, all of those took about 2 months to recover from it. And so I should be patient for those two months and to get recovered from the injury, and also and get back to the players and also from the patient and get back to the players, get back to the player to be a player, get back to be players, believing. And during the time I was, through the experience, I learned how to be patient. The one key point is to be patient is that to believe you pays me a lot in the future. That's kind of cheesy to say that. But actually that works for me right now because I've learning English for I've been learning English for 3 years or so, which is sometimes I actually have a hard time to keep learning it, but still I'm learning English because I believe that it's gonna be paid it pays me a lot in the future. Anyway, through this 15 what the fuck through this 15 years older. Anyway, through this 15 years experience of my life playing soccer, I become very patient and a supportive person. Yeah, like I said in this presentation, and I feel like uh being supportive and a patient person is underrated sometimes because individualistic or something like having egos is more seems to be cooler than you know being supportive a patient person, and which is actually I don't, which is actually not I think sometimes. So I hope that this presentation through this presentation, I hope to encourage you guys to think more about think really more think more about the the importance of being supportive and patient. But actually, even though I have been telling you guys a lot about the importance of being supportive and patient person. I, if I were, if I were asked to which, if I were asked to, if I were asked, uh, that which players are you gonna be between? Do you wanna be, between defender and strikers? I definitely choose strikers, I guess, because it's more cool. Anyway, that's it. Thank you. Wow, it took a long time to do it. Hey, it's Mike. Hey, it's Michael. I'm gonna talk about the soccer culture that helped to shape me into supportive and patient person. It's kind of weird to describe myself to be supportive and patient person, I guess. But anyway, what do you guys hear the word of soccer? What kind of players do you think of in your mind? Is it a kind of cool player like with lots of goals and egos like Messi or Ronaldo? If so, I think uh, you guys only you guys only know the very tiny tip of soccer. I'm sorry, I'm joking. um, but what I want to say here is that there are very supportive person out there working so hard to support those strikers like with egos or lots of goals by taking the ball from the enemy and passing the ball to them, passing to them. They are defenders, and it's me. Speaking of me playing soccer, Speaking of me playing soccer, I s- I started playing soccer when I was in kindergarten, and I did until I graduated from high school. So it's about 15 years or so of for me playing soccer to play soccer as a defender. For me play soccer playing soccer for me to play soccer for 15 years, and the importance of learning, and I think learning to be supportive and patient is very important for even for not for me, not but for you guys, because you guys are university students and are going to work in company in the futures in the companies in the future, uh, both of which has both of which have a lot of business, group project where where to be supportive or patient is necessary. Anyway, let me first talk about how I learned to become a supportive person. Like I said before, I played soccer as a defender for a long time. In the soccer match, as a defender, I have to take the ball from the enemy, uh, which is very hard part. But not for me actually to to gain popularity or to shine in the game, but for strikers to shine in the game by getting the goal from the enemy. That's very supportive, right? Because I didn't get anything from off of taking the ball from the enemy. And when I was in high school, I was in charge of defense leader. As a defense leader, I had to also I had to I have to tell the other players during the game what to do, what they have, what to do other defenders, which is very supportive. I have to be very supportive during the game because I have to take care of other players, what other players doing while I playing soccer by myself. While I'm playing soccer by myself. And the second point is that how I learn to be patient. Like I said, as a defender, I have to take the ball from the enemy, and because I have to take the ball from the enemy, I actually have lots of chances to tackle and to be tackled by the enemy during the game, which means so I got a lot of injury. I got four. I broke my bone 4 times in a row, and every time it took about 2 months or so to get recovered from the injury and get back to play soccer again, which is very hard. And I had to be the patient person during the time, and believing that it's gonna be being patient and hardworking during the time pays me a lot in the future. And actually, this experience works for me right now because I've been learning English for 3 years, almost 3 years, and that which is very hard sometimes, but I still keep learning it. I'm still learning English because I'm believing that pays me a lot in the future. Anyway, through these experiences, for 15 years experiences, for on me uh, through this 15 years experience of applying some in my life. I become a very supportive and patient person. Um, and I feel like the most, the importance of being supportive and patient person is underrated recently because being individualistic or having egos is more cooler than like supportive and patient. You know, the patient alert, but actually isn't, I think, sometimes. So I hope you guys to through this presentation, I hope you guys I hope to encourage you guys to think more about the importance of patient learning anyway. That's it.